Bible underneath my right hand, I made it out of tight jams. Guns all on my nightstand, my life should be on Vice Land. My fingertips to hold the marijuana aroma. High school, I went to school high, still got my diploma. He got riddled and left alone for some Skittles in Arizona. The same time a man dies by his own for a pair of Jordan. It's crazy how we living, we all misguided children. Niggas out here getting got, trying to figure out how to get it. We the ones that's not afraid to let the hammers off. The same ones that feed the homeless with the cameras off. The life I'm living kinda hard to get a handle on, but I'm blessed and God knows I can't be mad at all.
Allie's one of my closest friends. I watched her take this small brand called Montce from her bedroom all the way to the giant empire that it is today. And when I wanted to move to LA, she was one of the people that I talked to about coming with. She's such an amazing person and such an incredible fashion artist. Her ideas and the way she approaches collections is just super unique. And this brand is literally on fire. Welcome to Uncreative Radio. I'm with one of my oldest friends. Do you realize that we've been friends for over 10 years?
Yeah.
It's been over 10 years.
Yeah,
I'm with
it's
Allie
crazy.
Grief of Montce Swim. I'm so pumped to have you on the show. Thanks for coming.
Love you. Thank you.
Do you remember? Okay, first memory of you is with almost one of the worst shoots that I've ever done.
Yeah.
Is with this client that I'm not going to mention her name.
Don't say her name. Be nice.
But but I had food poisoning the day before. Me and Brandon. Shout out to Brandon. He's in London.
Miss you.
But we were at Wendy's. We were coming back from the Keys, and we ate Wendy's. We had food poisoning, and we shot this really awful gig. But it was a swimwear company. But the girl that was designing the swimwear was you.
Well,
And then that is where we met.
kind of. Well, it was like pretend. Well,
Yes.
it wasn't really me, but it kind of was.
It was right. It was pretend you
For someone else's brand.
Exactly. But it was really dope. And then I met you. Then I went to your house, and then we saw like this little brand, Montce Swim, that you were trying to build.
Yeah.
And then
The very start.
and now it is like, Jenners and Kardashians and peoples are wearing this thing.
Yeah.
What's happened? Give me the lowdown. How did this thing build to something that was that crazy?
I have no idea. It's just so many things have happened in such a short period of time, but I don't even know. So many things happened so fast, but basically like one apartment to the next apartment to
Right.
a little bit of a larger apartment to the first store that was kind of, not the nicest to the second store.
Your first store right here, Fort Lauderdale, right?
Yeah.
Right
above Jezebel
Yeah, man. Good grief.
and Heart Rock Sushi.
I remember that. I remember coming through there.
Yeah.
We brought the whole studio. I remember that. We came through, saw
Yeah.
it. And then shortly after, that's the time where for me it felt like then it just exploded.
Yeah, because when I got out of my apartment, things happened really fast.
Yeah.
And that was crazy.
And then you did Los Angeles. You did Hermosa.
Yeah.
Then you did the new store here.
Yeah.
Is that right? Am I going in the right order?
Yeah.
And then you just opened a few weeks ago.
In LA, yeah, the
In
pop
LA.
up. And we're going to do Miami soon too.
Oh
so I'm
my
excited.
God. Oh my
But,
God.
yeah.
How is this thing built? Don't you want to blow your brains out? Like how?
Yeah.
And you just sorry. I'm gonna loop the whole thing around for you. And you just got married like a little bit ago.
Yeah. And then pregnant
Shout out
really
to-
fast.
Shout out to Tater. Good work there, bud. And now you're what are you? 5 months? 6 months?
Like 6.5,
Good
almost 7.
Lord. So how are you doing this?
I
How is
don't
this-
know. I mean, in the beginning, it was really hard. Well, it was more hard not to work than like, the
Right.
days where I was sick and
Right.
stuff. But yeah, I'm just doing it all now that I feel good. It's fine. So, I'm just happy not to be nauseous and trying to do it all.
Right.
And we have swimming coming up and just, it's always crazy, but I've gotten kind of used to it. I used to like freak out every time I had to do something crunch, and now it's just kind of like, just got to do it.
And then
not stress.
and the tough thing about it is you were doing the unknown thing. Like most women are like, at home with the kids. The husband is bringing home the bacon or whatever. You're a female business owner.
Yeah.
You're
My brother helps me now, but
Of course, of course.
Still.
Yeah, my brother helps me too. But yeah, you built this whole brand and you're doing this thing, and now you're starting a family and all this stuff. How are you able to keep at it? And you're doing it in multiple cities across the globe.
I mean, I have more help than when I first started. It used to just be like me.
Yeah.
So that is awesome. But
Yeah.
I don't even know. I just kind of do as much as I can in a day. And like, also I cut off the stress because it's like,
What do you mean by that?
Well, like I used to freak out and like stay up really late and like really like crazy rush and try and crunch things. And now I kind of like just take it back a little and like cut it off at a certain point and just start each day fresh and get less burnout that way.
How has that helped? For me, it was just like, I remember the moment that, and you may attest to this, but the moment that I could separate the studio from my house was a pretty good definition. Yeah. And it's made it harder for me to work at my house.
So I work from home most of the time, and I like come in and out of the shop and office, and I'm pretty into that because I get to stay in my pajamas sometimes late and just get things done.
Right.
But I think just having like a team and not having to do it all myself, like kind of let me cut it off. I mean, I still stay,
of course,
into it until later at night, but it's nothing like it was. It's not like, till 2 a.m. on the regular and bartending and mixing all that in with it.
Crazy.
So it's much better than it used to be.
What was it like when you opened Hermosa? I was like, yo, Allie, like, I'm going, Lucy's going. And you're like, I'm doing it. Tell me about Hermosa. And then I remember when we went and the grand opening was really cool.
Yeah.
Tell me about like taking the brand like West Coast.
Well, it was a really quick decision, but I mean, you and Lucy, you guys were all already out there.
Yeah.
And I remember like visiting you guys in LA, and it was just such a good vibe, and we were all so excited.
Yeah, it was good times.
Yeah. And then we like never had time to hang out when we were there after that, but we thought we would.
What do you think that is? Like business owners, like I adore Lucy. I just saw her the other day, and then I see you, but I don't see you that often.
Well, it's so hard because like I think, I was in Hermosa, and I didn't realize how separate I was, and in LA, it's like, 5 states away, it feels like. So I think that's why. And then we're also traveling so much and in and out of town. And I don't know. It's just crazy.
How do you feel like you manage, like, because for me, the hardest thing for me to manage, like friendships and like being places, I constantly feel like I'm always letting somebody down. Yeah. Like you're working really hard for the brand, so then you're not like doing so much family stuff, or you're doing so much family stuff, so you're not really working so hard on the brand, and then you're in LA and you're back here. And how do you feel? What's been one of the challenges there for you?
I know we've talked about that. It's really just hard to balance it all. I don't know. I think when I was first making the change from like doing all the same stuff my friends were doing and not working as much, it was a little bit harder because I still have a lot of the same friends, but in the beginning they were like, you're never hanging out. Like, and it would always be like this thing. My family's really cool. They like support it, and they're not too bad. And I do see my mom a lot.
Your mom's awesome.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Yeah, she's pretty cool.
She's
so you got
the worst Montce employee, but
But you got to be the best. She's gonna be the best babysitter.
Yeah.
In the entire world. Best grandma ever.
Yeah.
So that'll be really awesome.
Yeah.
What do you feel like? I guess what was it like when you saw like when did you feel like the brand was taking off?
I don't know. I'm a little bit out of touch with it, but I think when J-Lo was wearing it, and then when I would like go to Vegas for a weekend, and see like all these girls in it, or like the rare time that I go out on a boat in South Florida and see all these girls in it, it's just always like shocking to me.
Did you just spot Montce everywhere? Like
I mean, that will happen. Like, I mean, I think it's because we're a South Florida based brand, but it'll happen in Vegas too. And it's just really cool and really crazy. And
what was it like when you were like, J-Lo is wearing, where were you at? What was going through your mind?
Well, we were in California, and we were working with this PR agency, and I think it was Monica Rose was pulling.
Right.
So, she was working with the Kardashians and all those big people. So, but it was just the craziest like surprise. And, every time something like that happens, I just like cry because it's just like hard to grasp. And it's just like, what? Like how?
It's awesome to see like how far it's grown. But I think too, as you become like, when you're such a business owner of a private owned company, it is like the challenges of like,
yeah, it's just never ending.
Never ending.
Just like every day, like from all different angles of the business, from production with like the girls in the store.
How are you coming up with these designs all the time? Like you and I went to Puerto Rico. It was one of the best times of my life. I tell this time. It was so much fun.
Yeah.
And Devin was there. It was just it was a really good time.
I know.
But like but that was like summer 17. Before that, summer 16, summer 18. Now you're summer 19. How are you coming up with how does the inspiration kind of hit you for what's coming out?
So I mean, it feels so rushed. That's the one thing that I really hate is like I never really have time to do the collections how I really want.
Right.
And like in an ideal world, I'd be like traveling and just like getting inspiration.
Right. Just like looking at the scenic falls and.
It's a lie. Like it's like do this collection in 5 minutes and make the showroom happy, and now we're bumping it up a week.
Right.
So I don't know. I just get really inspired by like fabrics and prints. Like that's like my first inspiration. And I make like a little story about that.
Yeah.
And then I like add in the silhouettes and the styles and just try and keep it like flattering and add a little range of things. And yeah.
What is like, I guess too, like, and then the next step you go into production. What's it like when you see these things actually made? Like for me, when I'm like doing film, you're like really excited about the ideas that were in your head, and then you see like actors playing them out.
Yeah.
So like for you, what's it like to see
similar.
those ideas like on someone's body?
So I love getting the first samples like in hand. That's always so exciting. That's like the best part. And then, you know, I usually try them on. Right now I can't really try on a lot of things. It's hard. But like seeing it on all the different girls, like that's the best part, because like every girl makes it look different, you know, and it's like different colors, and it's just awesome. I love it still.
How are you like, how do you keep like, what keeps the motivation there? Like, you know, you've been, how long has Montce been around?
I think like 10, 11 years, like from the very like small start.
What do you think keeps the same? You seem like, obviously you have the same fire. You're still doing it. You're still excited about it. I love it.
Because I mean, every collection is different. And I don't know, it's like making this whole little new vibe, new like little, I don't know, little collection.
How do you feel? How do you feel with like running the multiple shops, dealing with so many staff members and employees that you have to deal with? And
that's hard. I mean, I think the newest thing that I did was make a schedule. I used to just be available to everyone all the time.
Right.
So now I can't even talk.
It's okay. I do the same thing.
I'm so nervous. I try and like section off the day, and that helped me a lot. And then I don't know. Yeah, it gets crazy sometimes with a lot of different girls in a lot of different areas of the business. But you know.
What do you feel? What do you feel? Have you feel any difference of like you're doing like a very unknown thing? You're like female business owner. Does that ever feel different to you? Like, do you ever feel like, man, this is so much harder that you're doing it? And obviously, you're starting a family. Like, how has that been a challenge that you feel like is different as a business owner?
I don't really feel like it's been a challenge at all to be a female business owner.
So interesting.
Like when people are, you know,
That's
assholes,
so
I just don't really pay attention. I just keep doing what I want. I'm so like motivated and like focused. I don't really like to take no for an answer. And like if someone's like, I don't know what I can say, but
someone's an asshole, someone's a dick.
if someone's a dick, like I just won't work with them, and I'll just find another way. And like I think when you have your own business, like you can really create what you want. And like, you know, fashion people can be mean and bad. And like, it's so important, like not to do that in our business, and like to treat the girls awesome in the store. And we're just really trying to like keep that going, because it used to be me like helping the girls, and now it's other people. So it's like, it's really hard to just keep, you know, what you were doing going through to the customer too.
Absolutely. I felt like, you know, watching it grow, you know, didn't we just get that email? What was that email we just got from somebody about Montce? We got a crazy email.
What were they saying?
What were they saying?
Oh yeah, they thought we were like your agent.
What
really?
did they say?
They wanted to like book you or trade for like vlogs.
Yeah, they were like, we were trying to get in touch with Montce, and I was like,
That's not her name.
just get it.
They gave us like this whole pitch.
I was like, just get in touch with her. Just why are you emailing us? Like, what are you doing? But it's interesting. I think people are. I mean, we were shooting on the Atlantic Hotel, and every bathing suit that these girls brought were yours.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's really.
But I mean, we're all in like a little group too. You know, like I don't know, maybe that's why.
Nah, man. These things are. I don't know. It's funny because like you became this like indie brand that is like the thing to wear. And I think that's so, for me, it's really exciting because it's hard to look at your own brand.
Yeah.
Like I get that with CNI a lot.
Yeah.
But I can see yours so clearly.
I know.
So when I do that, I'm like, dude, like look at this thing, it's on fire.
Because you saw how small it started.
Yeah, and then just like and I know what it's like, right? Like I know what it takes, like the days when you're just like, I want to give up.
Yeah.
Like I'm done.
And you just cry.
Right.
I mean, at least I do.
Absolutely. Yeah. For me, I'm just like, you know, I just like shut down.
Yeah.
But like you like stayed with it. And I think that's what's really encouraging, because I think everyone's starting a swimwear brand.
Yeah, there's a lot.
Everybody.
Yeah.
It seems like everyone's like, oh yeah, to start a swimwear brand.
Yeah.
But a lot of them fail.
Yeah, I mean, I think you just have to, have a really crazy work ethic, and you really have to have something unique to bring to the table, because there are so many brands, and there's so many like similar brands and copied brands, and
Yeah.
it's like I feel like anyone can do anything in really any industry. Just you have to come with something like original, like
Right.
whether it's fit or a style or something. I
Right.
mean, that's like a lot of girls will like DM me, and I'm like, I just tell them, I'm like, you just need to come up with something original. Don't just like
Right.
copy everything you see on Instagram and then think you're going to be successful, because that's what you do need a lot of money for if you want to just like pop up a brand. But
Absolutely. What do you feel? How do you feel about Instagram? How do you feel about social media these days? Like it's weird on me, like
yeah.
a lot. Like
So I mean, it's obviously my whole industry, like bloggers and
Yeah.
influencers and that whole thing. Like you guys can kind of avoid it, but for me, it's like,
It's your whole deal.
we're gifting, we're doing this, we're doing that, and working with a PR company. And, I love it, and I love seeing it on different people, and it's really cool to like see my stuff travel around the world, which
Yeah.
also like our customers do, which is cool too. But I don't know, there's like an aspect of it that I don't love, because it's like they're just like, can I have free suits? Can I have free suits? And
Yeah.
it's part of it. It's like, it's
right.
people's careers, and
Right.
You're giving them stuff and they're posting, and that's like currency.
How do you feel?
but-
How do you feel about influencers? Like, how do you feel about that game? Like
I
in
mean-
general, like it's to me, it's I don't know. I guess if it's genuine, it's cool. Like for example, if I was
Yeah.
like, hey, Allie, post this, and you posted it. That's
Yeah.
like genuine. It's like from me to you.
Yeah.
But it's like hard when I feel like these brands are just
when they
like,
don't have like a relationship,
they just don't
and they're
care.
just
For
posting so
money.
much. Yeah.
For money, or whatever. Like it's hard. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I think that's where there's like good influencers that like do their job good, and then ones that don't, because they're picky and choosy and pick things that are like real for them. And I don't know.
Do you find that it's still, like, I find that like Instagram has just become, I don't know, do you find like it's still authentic as it used to be? I feel like so many people.
I mean, now it's just like really like an influx of everything from like, everyone's trying to do it, and
Right.
it's harder to stay original, because like you're just getting brainwashed with this
So
stuff, whether
much.
we all are addicted to it, or at least I
Sure.
am. And you see these things, and it's just like, I don't know, we're all kind of robots.
How do you disconnect? What's like Saturday
Saturday.
at the Montce home? Like, what's that looking like? What do you guys do?
Saturday
You got
can-
nothing to do. The stores.
It can be work too, though, a lot of times.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Sundays are usually more chill.
Okay, so what's a Sunday where it's like more chill? Everyone in every store is
like in their place.
has already updated you, and they're just
Yeah.
like, everything's going well.
Yeah.
Sales are up. Everything's cool. What are you guys doing at home?
We are drinking lots of coffee still, getting smoothies, going to breakfast, and trying to like take out the boat and
Yeah.
just chill. In summer, we've been like hanging out in the pool, and
And before you were pregnant,
Yeah.
he's a big surf. He's
Yeah.
big into surf. Is she surfing? Is he
not since I have this thing in the
right.
way.
But she did before? That's kind of dope. I didn't even know that.
I used to a lot more when I was younger, but I mean, I still love it. But now, like, I gave up on like trying to be good, and I just like
Right.
to longboard on the smallest waves possible, and no people, things like that.
What's your favorite place now? Like, you've been a few places, like for not only like the brand, but just like, say if you didn't, and you lived in LA and you lived here, if you packed up shop, like where do you want to like live? Like
That's hard.
Let's say you could pick up everybody that you know and put them all in this place. Where would that be?
Well, I mean, I feel like there's so many places that I haven't been, like France, Spain, Portugal,
Yeah.
Bali. I still haven't been. Like, you would think a
That's so
swimwear designer
yeah,
would.
Yeah.
But hopefully, as soon as the baby can.
It's funny that's so wild. You like your brand has been those.
Yeah,
places.
they're always there.
Bali.
I'm so jealous.
Yeah,
and like all the islands in Italy, but I don't know. So I need to go those places first in Australia. But
One thing that's really cool is
Yeah.
I had Champion when a while, like a couple of years ago. He's rambunctious, just crazy
so
boy.
cute.
He's a crazy boy.
he's so cute.
He's a crazy boy. I don't even know what to do with
Who
him.
cares what he does? He's the cutest thing ever.
He's very attractive.
and he loves you.
Yeah, and
So much.
we're really good friends. Like, he's my best bud. When he was 3 weeks old, we traveled the entire globe.
Yeah, I love that.
Which was really
But
cool.
3 weeks?
Yeah, he's 3 weeks old. We traveled.
I didn't realize
Yeah,
that.
we traveled. He went to Korea.
Yeah,
he went
I remember when you
yeah,
guys did
we
that.
went all over. And but so I want to encourage you, because babies are so good on the plane, man. They're
Yeah.
good. They sleep, and so I feel like Montce, Bali is, and
happen.
you remember Freedom when she was
Yeah.
nothing. And
You're so cute.
I know, and so she had a little Montce bathing suit, but she
We
traveled.
tortured her in a fashion show,
Yeah.
made her cry.
That did happen, but I mean, like they've traveled really well. So
That's
I feel
good. I want to do that.
Oh man, I feel like it's gonna be. I feel like a lot of women, and I don't know how you feel about this.
Yeah.
Do you feel like women look up to you? I feel like so many people are gonna be watching this, thinking like you're doing the thing that women don't do. Like you're doing. You know what I mean?
I just like the idea because like I don't really like to do this stuff a lot. You know how I am, but I'll do it for you.
Yeah.
And I just feel like I want to challenge myself to do it because like I did start from literally nothing, no money, and I think like specifically in like arts and creative and even fashion more specifically,
absolutely.
like you're kind of told like, oh, you need to be rich, you need to have money, you need to have all these investors or just, you know, grow up this way. And I mean, I grew up nice, but after my dad passed and a bunch of things, like I had to do it all on my own.
Right.
And from nothing, from bartending money. And it was kind of like, you know, I just made it work and took every little bit and grew with it. And I just want anyone that wants to do something creative to like not feel like they can't do it. So that's important to me for women, for even, you know, boys, anybody
that's just like trying to do something. Yeah. Absolutely. Because I do remember those days, like you're like, yo, I'm bartending this and you're showing me this brand. I'm like, man, and I believed it from day one. Actually, we opened this studio. The first thing that we ever did was shoot your brand.
I was thinking about that the other day. That was so fun. We had like 40 girls in here. The video came out so cute.
It
like
was cool.
To this day is like so cute.
I just love
to do
that.
It again.
For me, it was a collaborative effort. It
was
like
everyone was so excited. Like,
and how old were you then? How old were you then?
I don't know, like probably like 23.
That's crazy.
Maybe.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but it was good because I had so many friends like around that age and younger, and I had so many models that were just down to do it and have fun.
We're super old now.
I know it sucks.
See, for me, I adore being older.
Yeah, no, it's cool. Like, I mean,
what's your favorite old people thing now? Mine is just like
doing less.
Yeah.
All together. And saying, like, kind of like...
I'm addicted to going sleep early. I love...
Oh, that's so good to hear, because I always remember you guys never sleeping.
Yeah.
And...
I mean, and when we're traveling, we're doing our thing. But, like, for me, like, a typical Josh Miller, like, Saturday is just, like, doing absolute... Like, staying in my house.
Yeah,
my laptop is open.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to sleep at 8.
Yeah.
Maybe 7 if I'm lucky.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, with the boy, because I sleep with the boy every night. But
with the boy.
Yeah, he doesn't let me get a lot of sleep. But to me, it's been, like, sleeping early has been great, and I really enjoy being grumpy. Like, I'm just a grumpy bear. You know, like, for things that don't make sense, like the reason like they haven't fixed the roads and the potholes yet, like that kind of stuff.
Yeah, sometimes little things.
Grumpy old man stuff.
Yeah, I'm trying to work on that because I'm a perfectionist too. So it's like, gotta stop.
I definitely have the OCD thing, especially as we do like film and we do that kind of stuff. But
as you lose control of your business, you like have to. I mean, there's so many things you're still doing, but there's so many things you have to kind of give up and let other people do.
Would you want them to do?
Yeah.
But as you would do it.
Which is really hard.
It's really hard. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think tell people like you're on, which I really love. I love seeing the Montce story. You guys are all over Instagram, but you're on Instagram.
Yeah.
Which is cool too. You weren't on Instagram before.
Like my personal page?
Yeah. Now
I'm a little private, but I'm there.
Absolutely. So now you're on, which I think is really cool. But the brand is just blowing up.
Thank you.
It's like I don't know. I'm so connected to it. If you ever came out with a men's line, I'm wearing it.
I am.
Okay, good. Then I'll wear it.
I just don't know when, but babies first.
Yeah.
The girls and then boys and then from there hopefully men's for sure.
Yeah, awesome. I just love the collaboration. You've done so much and I feel like you're a big inspiration to what to just business owners in general, but then also to like people that say that like women can't do it or you can't have a family or that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
like
we'll see. I'll figure that part out though. I'm scared.
All right, we're gonna do something called rapid fire.
Okay.
All right, so rapid fire, like I just said, I got a bunch of questions. You just answer them as fast as possible.
Okay, I'm gonna be terrible at this.
No, you're gonna be just fine. You're gonna be just fine at this. It's 5 questions. It's easy.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. If you had to shoot somewhere for the rest of your life, where would it be?
That's so hard. Maybe like, well, I really want to shoot in Paris and like Nice or Morocco, one of those places.
Okay.
Morocco looks sick. I don't know if I answer that true,
you're
but
good.
there's so many places.
Okay. Let's see here. Middle seat or an aisle seat that doesn't recline?
Definitely an aisle.
Yeah.
I hate being in the middle.
Yes.
It's so scary.
Are you window seat or aisle seat?
Well, lately aisle because I have to pee every 2 minutes, but normally window. Yeah.
Good. Perfect answer. Backstreet Boys or NSYNC?
I don't know. I don't love either.
Wow.
I know that's so bad. People are gonna hate me now.
Wow. No, everyone loves you.
Backstreet Boys.
You just don't even care.
No, I didn't ever really care.
That's hilarious to me.
It's weird. I don't know.
That is hilarious. Okay, and one piece or bikini?
Definitely. Well, I don't know. Both.
You guys usually do. Well, no, you guys do a bunch of one pieces.
More bikinis, so I guess bikini, but there's some good one pieces, and especially like now. I don't know. I love them both. That's hard.
Okay. I'm going to ask you this, but okay, let's see. I'm going to pick two calm things. Let's see. I was going to ask you if you're not going out at all right now. So let's see.
To dinner.
Yeah. Saturday morning reading a book or like Saturday morning watching a movie?
Movie.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to read books, but
I'm not a big reader.
I don't do it.
I just can't.
One day that'll
Is there
be
a movie?
me.
Is there a movie of it? Is there a movie of your book?
Yeah, I know.
Just give me that.
I'm bad.
Okay, are you of every service that you've got right now, Hulu, Prime, Netflix, like where are you?
I don't know. I think like Netflix, but
Okay.
that's just because I haven't really like tried anything else because
Are you-
I'm lazy with it, So
What's happened in the Montce household? Like you guys get home, you guys are on Netflix. Is that the thing?
or like Bravo.
Bravo.
and E.
Not, and then you sleep to
Don't
some.
judge me.
Do you sleep?
It's bad.
Do you sleep with the TV on or TV off?
Off.
Okay.
Yeah.
No sounds for you.
No.
See, I want all the sounds.
Yeah.
I
I
need-
had a feeling when you were saying that. I don't know.
Silence.
I don't like the light. Like that'll keep me up.
Got it. I'm love being in LA. I like open the window.
Yeah,
I
but
let
it's
all
so
the
loud in LA because
It
all the
is.
houses are so close. That's the only thing. But I love the weather, obviously.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you so much for
Thank
coming
you.
and doing this with me.
Love you.
Everyone find Allie on Instagram. Follow Montce Swim. She literally is the coolest swim brand that I've ever seen in my life. If you don't have some Montce in your life, you don't know
Get it.
living yet. So make sure you get it. And tell people Instagram and website just so they know.
Okay, it's Montce.com, MONTCE.com. And then the Instagram is Montce_swim. And then we have individual ones for like Fort Lauderdale, Hermosa, and LA.
That's right. So it's
Just in
taking
case.
over a city near you. If you're in LA and you haven't visited the one that's a pop-up, make sure you get down there and check it out. Allie, I love you so much.
you.
Thank you for doing this.
Thank you.
Cheers. Done. Over.
Yay. Oh my God.